Welcome to another exciting edition of Smell the Coffee. We are live in color and direct. Actually, no color, just black. But nonetheless, we are here. It's a Thursday, and we couldn't be more excited to bring you the stories that are making headlines in entertainment, the world of bazaar news, and so much more. My name is Aina Raiza-Koyo, and today I am joined by Ashwin Mberi. We're about to bring you a fantastic show. How are you doing?
I'm feeling fantastic. You know, I always start my days with coffee.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's nice to smell the coffee first before you taste it, because the coffee could be too strong. No.
You smell it, and then you take it, and then you also do the literal smell the coffee.
There we go.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Yeah.
What? Relax for what? Relax. It's December, Aina.
Yeah,
Would you believe
December.
it's 7th of December? That's how many days from Christmas? About
wow. It's almost
19,
next year.
something like that. It's almost next year.
It's almost next year.
Wow.
I can't believe that.
The viewers should tell us how they're spending their Christmas. Please get into our comment sections. Let us know. Are you going to be at the north? Because they need you.
Yes.
Yeah, they need you
and
to
it's
the
raining
harvest.
now.
Is it harvesting time? Mm-hmm. Harvesting, or are we still plowing?
It's plowing time.
Plowing time. They need you at the north and all other villages, the south. So tell us how you're spending your Christmas. You can't rah-rah. Oh, yeah, you're a city girl and a city boy.
City boys.
Just rah-rahing. No, go home.
Okay, what will you be doing for Christmas?
For Christmas, I'm going to be with my mother-in-law's family. We usually spend Christmas there because they take Christmas seriously. There's a Christmas tree, there's Christmas gifts. Not us where Christmas is in the fields. So I'm there, yeah, no. And then, of course, my birthday is 6 days after Christmas. And by that time, I'm looking at a nice desert lodge. You know, it's always good to spend time getting to, you know, relax in our country. Namibia is very beautiful. Other people are leaving, that's fine. But me, I haven't covered all the corners of Namibia. So we'll start by the desert, then we'll end by the sea.
Oh, nice.
Yes, please.
Oh, you have an eventful Christmas.
Oh, yes.
You know what I will be doing? Just what we as Awambo people do. We go to the north, we sit, we wait for Christmas, we slaughter a goat,
absolutely,
we gather everyone,
wonderful,
we eat, we go, we move.
No, but that's the Christmas, because then, you know, we catch up on how everyone's life is going along and stuff like that. And, you know, the conversations are going to be vibrant. There's elections next year, so people are going to be talking about a lot of things.
And New Year resolutions, do you have any of those?
I don't know if the thing is, I've preempted my year.
Yeah.
Yes, because I've had my African Union, I know the most important thing for next year is my wedding. So the resolutions are my wedding, and, you know, we keep working and asking God to bless us.
You know, I said I don't have New Year resolutions. Everything that I did not achieve this year, I will just carry on.
Yes,
to
we just
next year.
No, we just finish it.
Yeah, we'll just finish what you started. There's power in finishing what you have started. Always finish what you started. Don't leave anything in the middle, halfway, and so forth. All right, on that note, we will be right back with the interesting news. We will be talking about Time's 100 Faith Katie and artists turning into, you know, pastors. Interesting times ahead. Stay with us.
In 1994, a group of Namibians saw a need for a grassroots Namibian medical aid fund. The Prosperity Medical Aid Fund was born right here, among the hard-working fishermen and ship workers of Walvish Bay. In 2001, in order to establish a fund focused on its members that put their health first, the fund formed its own identity away from its administrators, Prosperity Health. It was named Renaissance Health as a symbol for the renewal of medical funding in Namibia, a transformation in health. Renaissance members voted for their first board of trustees who would carry the fund forward for all Namibians. By 2010, Renaissance had members across the entire Namibia, a fund founded by Namibians for Namibians to ensure access to quality healthcare. In 2020, RMA was put to the test with COVID-19, supplying life-saving oxygen machines door-to-door to members when our Namibian hospitals were full, saving many of its members' lives. RMA is not just a medical aid fund, it's a partner in health for its members, whether through our chronic compliance programs or yearly wellness checkups. RMA was started by you. It belongs to you. A proudly Namibian first medical aid fund providing the best in care for all Namibians. Renaissance Health Medical Aid Fund, serving Namibia since 1994. RMA, your health comes first.
Before we get into our stories for today, Aina and I were just talking offset with the camera away from us. A very devastating thing happened in our life yesterday. A catastrophic, a ruiner of the Christmas spirit.
Un catastrophe.
Un catastrophe.
Yeah.
Her crush, Trevor Noah, started dating someone. And, you know, Trevor, this is unacceptable.
It's really
she's been crushing on you.
for,
The fact that you
like,
don't know each other, that you've never met, that she's in Namibia and you're in the States, that's not consequential. You are supposed to tell us, come out into the light,
Yes.
like a day walker. You must tell people
And
where you stand.
You know, I found out this news on YouTube. I just went on
Trevor.
YouTube, minding my business,
Trevor.
and then a video popped up, a list of Trevor Noah's girlfriends, and then it was
There
from
was a list.
2014,
Oh no.
2014, 2015, 2016, and to my surprise,
2023.
Oh,
No. We can't be doing that, Trevor. Let's focus.
All right, let's move over to our next story. Editors are gearing up for the announcement of Times 2023 Person of the Year, of which they've already announced. Times annual selection of individuals, groups, or concepts that has had the most influence on the world throughout the previous 12 months in a tradition that dates back to 1927. Times Person of the Year is the annual designation person, group, or concept that most shaped the headlines for good or ill. Previous selections included Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Martin Luther King, German Chancellor Angela Merkel, Pope Francis, and activist Greta Thunberg. And this year, the Times Person of the Year is none other than our girl Taylor Swift. Shout out Taylor. And that is the cover where she's having a black jumpsuit with her cat. I think that's her cat.
I hope it's a cat, but the cat looks comfortable.
Yeah, she has a lot of cats. She usually posts them on her social media.
Right.
So I'm thinking this must be her cat. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Shout out to her. Congratulations, Taylor. You're doing good, sweetie.
Yes.
And you look amazing. That cover is so nice.
Yes.
I love how I'm talking to her directly, like she's going to watch this. Perhaps she would.
Perhaps she would.
Don't
You know, we never know how she's spending her time. But I have a question. When Times Magazine says most influential person in the world, is it like American football, where they say it's the best team in the world, but it's just America? Because I don't believe there was a single Gabonese thinking about Taylor Swift. I don't believe there was a lot of Zulus thinking about Taylor Swift, Malawans, Zambians. I feel like a lot of the times when people say the world, they're talking about their world.
Yes.
And they're assuming that their world is reflected.
Everyone's
And we are all
world.
looking forward, looking up to whomsoever it is. But, you know, the criteria of Times Person of the Year is very interesting.
No, let me correct you. Not most influential person in the world, the person who had the most
influence over
on
the world,
on the
which is
world.
interesting because
Yeah.
Israel and Gaza are at war right now. That is affecting everybody. Not a lot of people know Taylor Swift, and in her lane, I would like to
I
argue.
know people know.
No,
Taylor
they do.
Swift.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, absolutely, worldwide. But this year, I think there's more buzz around Renaissance than anything else with regards to her industry in particular.
in
I think
entertainment.
Beyonce has been
Okay.
doing a whole lot more. You know what I mean?
Or Barbie.
Barbie was a nominee. No, it sounds like a joke, but Barbie was one of the nominees because it's not just individuals, it's icons, it's groups. And the nominees are based on influence, for better or for worse. Because the short list included Xi Jinping,
Yeah.
it included Vladimir Putin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very interesting. You know, I wonder if they had a Times Live event nominees
Oh no,
in
but
the
in
same
their
room.
defense, they say the one who had the most influence for good or ill.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, for good or for ill. I don't know what Taylor Swift did.
Yeah.
I think she performed well, and she gives gifts
I
to her
also
fans,
don't
and
know
that's
what
really
she has
great.
done this year.
Yeah. But I think most of my headlines did not include Taylor Swift,
I
and
can
I
agree.
think it's safe to say we read the news for a living.
Yeah.
So, but you know, all the best. You know, again, I have no problem when I'm watching the NBA and Americans say we're the champions of the world. If that's how it works for you guys, that's how it works for you guys. Now, let's swing over to Puerto Rican superstar Daddy Yankee. If you're a millennial, you'd know Gasolina. If you're a Gen Z, you'd know Despacito. He made both of those songs. Now, the star is saying that living a successful life is not the same as living a life with purpose. He says, for a long time, I tried to fill an emptiness that nobody could fill, saying faith had saved him. So he finished his last ever show at the packed Coliseo de Puerto Rico in San Juan, thanking his fans for their support and urged them to follow Jesus Christ, as he has decided to give up music in order to focus on religion. It's not the first time it's happened?
Yeah, like I am always
Skeptical.
because why can't you do music and follow God and pursue religion?
Maybe there's something with the music.
Gospel music.
You can
do
absolutely.
gospel music. So, like, a lot of people say, okay, follow Jesus. Let's say you are a
Secular artist.
not even secular. Let's say we are TV presenters, and now I decided to follow Jesus. Now I must give up being on TV.
I
to
think it's
just be
different. I think it's different.
religious.
I mean, I think there's, especially particularly on the subject of music, let's dig a little bit into the Christian doctrine over there. It is a contested subject because the Christian doctrine just does ask people to call people to Christ with a particular message. And we know the messaging in the music is not quite always in line. Even Gasolina, his top hits, is not in line particularly with the Christian ministry. So some of these people are saying that now I want some kind of alignment, which is why I think it makes sense that you say, why not just sing gospel? And the thing that will confuse me is that every one of them, from rapper to actor to country music singer, everyone thanks God, regardless of the song that they've made. So what has happened, and why have you been thanking God, for example, all this time, knowing that that's not fully aligned in your mind, considering the decision is made?
In another example, they cut off their friends that are not in the church or that have not given their life to God. And I just don't understand.
It's an interesting thing.
It's an interesting thing.
Because Jesus didn't really blue tick people.
But like you are on this earth where you either you are Christian or not Christian, you are going to encounter or you're going to interact with people from different religious groups. How can you coexist while cutting yourself off? I don't understand. It's a weird
look,
thing.
there's different ways, that people see it. But there's a purist doctrine also that kind of follows it, which says that this is the right way and then everybody else is wrong, which I believe doesn't necessarily go with how the story transpired as we read it. And then you look at people like Mace. Mace was an incredible rapper. He was signed to P. Diddy, cough, cough. And he became a pastor for a while, and then he came back, signed to 50 Cent, and now he's a podcaster again. You know, and I think it's lovely that that the folks, you know, decide to take their own individual journeys.
Yeah.
I am going to say that just on a monetary perspective, it's way easier to make that decision when you've already made the money from millions of dollars from big hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're set for life. You know what I mean? If you become a pastor and you do charity work, it's cool. You got like 200 million in the bank and you made Despacito.
All right, moving over to our next story. It's the end of the road for Faith Nketsi and her husband Zinzo Njilo. The pair tied the knot in April 2022 in a private traditional ceremony that aired exclusively on her MTV-based reality TV show Have Faith. The media personality announced on her social media on Thursday that they were in the final stages of their divorce. It is with great sadness that I have to announce that Zuzo Njilo and I are in the final stages of our proceedings. No one gets married with the intention to get divorced. However, through careful consideration and mediation, we have decided to go our separate ways. And Zunzo continues to be an amazing father to our beautiful daughter, whom we co-parenting currently. The media personality and club hostess asked for privacy while they dealt with this matter. It's unclear what led to the breakdown in their marriage. However, viewers of her reality show witnessed her move from her marital home back with her mother in episode 1, and she consulted her lawyers about divorce and custody on their daughter Sky. That is Faith. Faith has such a beautiful body. Please put on the other picture with the white dress, just so we can admire.
By we, she means her. I'm a married man.
And appreciate, yes. Not that, the other one, the one with the white, so that our viewers can see why they need to go watch Have Faith on MTV base. But nonetheless, so she is now a single.
I don't think the MMO heard you. Yeah, Denzel, bring the other image that she was talking about, where she's wearing the white.
She's wearing a white dress.
I insist we need it for the commentary. There it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
She looks stunning.
So this is what you're talking about.
That is what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yes, interesting. Divorce is always a difficult thing.
Yeah, very, very difficult. So, but I don't know. She doesn't say what transpired. So at least what I appreciate about her as a media personality, she went on her platform and told us, look, colleagues, I invited you into my home. I told you I was getting married. Now I'm telling you that it had ended. So at least she had that respect for her fans to tell them that, look, instead of you hearing this from tabloids and you just speculating, let me take this time and post the divorce the same way I post the engagement. So I was very pleased with that. I think she's transparent, and that's what other celebrities should do instead of just running and dodging from these things.
Yeah, lying.
No.
Are you crazy?
If you tell us.
Why are you entitled to a life? No, I can change my mind.
No, but you told us.
I told you, but you don't have to hear the full story. Enjoy the introduction.
Yeah. Which is what she said.
Do you feel you would do the same if you were going through a separation? Let's say you've announced that you're getting married. Would you also announce that you're getting divorced?
Yes.
Because sometimes it's not strategic, especially when you're looking at court proceedings. You know, your partner might be like, it was easier for me to deal with this as on an individual thing, but now I'm dealing with the emotional stress of all these people. Because yes, he said she's getting divorced, but she didn't say the reasons.
Yes.
So there is going to be speculation around that. So isn't it better to just wait for the divorce to finish? Because in the court, the partner can say, I suffered emotional strain and stress from the whole world knowing about this before we had actually finalized the divorce. I don't know. I think it could be one of those, you know, with a pinch of salt. But as we got married on the weekend.
With a pinch of salt.
All the best, Faith Nketsi. Here on the married side, we'll try and represent and fill the gap for those of us who are back in Bastrak.
All right. After the break, we give you an interview where I had an amazing conversation with Ramona. She's a digital content creator who has worked with Salam and so many big brands. After the break.
Neop has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neop Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neop Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
They say that content isn't king, it is the absolute kingdom. Today we will be chatting all things that I absolutely love. Yes, you guessed it right, content creation. And I am here with a digital content creator. Her name is Ramona, and she's going to talk to us a little bit of the things that she's passionate about and why it's so important to create content in this day and age. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm well. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Let's get into our conversation. Walk us through your journey as a content creator. When does it begin? When do you then realize that actually, hey, this is something that I want to do?
Okay, so I fell in love with content creation in 2020 when we were deep in lockdown.
Okay.
You know, when all we had to do was be at home. So I binge watched a lot of YouTubers. I binged watch a lot of, just content creation, and I fell in love with that then. And I remember I fell in love with it. You know, when we did that challenge of don't rush, slow touch. You know, that's it. I remember I did I think I did like 3 challenges. The one where I changed my clothes, another way I did the makeup, and I'm like,
Nice.
and you know, editing that, and I was like, okay, you know what? I actually enjoy this. I can actually do this. So yeah, that's when I started doing this.
All right. And then why was it necessary for you to start a YouTube channel? I mean, you can create content on all other platforms apart from YouTube, but you particularly chose YouTube. Is there a reason why?
Like I said, in that time, it was content that I enjoyed. It's content that I realized that it's people basically showing their lives, and I was like, you know what, it's easy, it's not curated, it's not, it's very, very limited. So I was like, you know what, I can do this. It looks like fun. So I was like, I can easily do this. I can, and I really enjoyed, and what more, doing something that I enjoy watching. So yeah, that's when I started.
All right. And the landscape of content creation is ever changing. You see, how do you stay relevant in this industry where we have so many influencers, so many content creators, so many topics to create content on? What sets you apart?
For me, it's I'm very big on engagement.
Yeah.
I'm big on speaking to my audience, engaging with my audience. I think I like, you know, especially like in the comments, you know, when people say please comment, and sometimes people don't really reply to a person's comments.
And they were the ones begging for
please
this
comment, you know. So I put myself in the audience shoes to say, I remember when I like I said, when I was binge watching YouTube and people won't reply, and I'm like, people, it feels so far-fetched, you understand? People feel so far-fetched
out
when
of
you,
reach.
Yes. So I was like, you know what, when I do this, I wanna engage, I wanna speak to people, I want people to feel like I am the lady, I'm the woman next door.
Yeah.
So, you know, that is I'm very, very big on that. And I think my content and my brand has grown because of that. I'm very big on engaging, I'm very big on
just
also,
responding.
Yes, responding, yes. And yeah, I think that's what really sets me apart.
All right. And then, you know, when you are in entertainment, you get a lot of love and a lot of hate. How do you then, you know, juggle these two? How do you handle the love? How do you handle the criticism?
I remember we had this conversation with my husband, and we were like, you know what, we will take criticism, but if you just don't come from us from the sides, you know.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who only look for the bad, who only wait for let's wait for, they think they are perfect, or let's wait for the for an oopsie, let's wait for them to do something wrong. But I think we always say we've built such a kind community. We've not perfect, such a kind, very, very kind community that that has our back. So the ones that come with us, we will take criticism. You know, because we're not perfect. We don't want to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I will take my L's if I have to. But just don't come from me from the sides. And I think so far we've been open-minded. I've been open-minded to say, you know what, if I've done wrong, I'll take my L. But just don't come from me from the side. You know, you'll find people that say, that will compliment. You'll find people that will always be in your corner, that will compliment you. But then you'll find people that are always quiet, waiting for you to do wrong.
And then only then they come and
that's
comment.
where I mean with don't come from me from the sides. If you've not been there in the good, now you want to criticize me in the bad. You know? So I think, but overall, we've really built. I've really built a kind community, and I pray to God that it stays there and that it stays that way.
Okay. All right, let's talk about some of your biggest career highlights. I mean, a content creator's dream or an influencer's dream is to have collaborations with big brands. Have you ever had the opportunity to collaborate with your favorite brands, and how was that experience? And maybe you can also give us a rundown of, no, listen, I collaborated with Pastor Polana, F&B, etc.
Okay, so far I've collaborated with Gondwana and recently with Sanlam.
Okay.
So I have, it's been a journey. But I think the highlight for this year, in the beginning of the year, I did with Gondwana, because I have a segment on our channel that where we do camping. So.
We absolutely love it when our Namibian girls are in their bag. But nonetheless, we've come to the end of today's edition. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place. We are sending you all our love, all our light, and adios.
Adios.